Boys. So, I have a pleasant surprise for you today. We've got a little infield here from the other day, out here in Belgrade. So, in this video, I'm going to talk you through how to approach a stunning woman in the street, surrounded by people, in broad daylight, in a public space, to engage with her, to have a great conversation with her, and to get her number and also plan a date with her. So we're going from complete strangers to we're already planning a date and we're exchanging details. So this particular woman, she was already stood in the middle of this square when I walked into the square. So it was very easy in the sense that there was no stop required. So one of the things that we talk about is the stop. I've got other videos on that. In this case, there was no stop required. So I simply went over to her and paid her an initial compliment. This is what I want you guys to do. Go over and pay the girl a compliment and make it a bold compliment, especially if she looks like this. Excuse me, you look absolutely incredible. You look absolutely stunning. Something along those lines. You can then, if you want to continue it, you can say, yeah, I love this dress that you've got on today. So that's your introductory comment. And what you will find is, as these girls have spent a lot of time and effort actually getting themselves dressed up, getting ready, it's really impactful and really appreciated. And it hits differently when it's coming from the male energy, right? So I'm a well-presented guy, although I'm quite casual here, generally I'm well-presented. So it hits, it's a compliment that actually hits them. Okay, so that's my initial open to this conversation, and let's just get the footage rolling a little bit. And from there, we basically transition into a normal conversation, or I transition us into a normal conversation. So I'm leading this conversation here. And a way to transition from that initial compliment into a more in-depth conversation is you do need some kind of a little bridge. And I find assumptions are a great way to go there. So you make an assumption. Oh, you look like you're on your way to meet a friend. Are you going for drinks? Are you going to the opera? Whatever the case is. So a little assumption like that is a really great way to go. I'll just pause the video here. In this case, with this particular girl, because she was stood in the middle of the square, she looked so perfect and she has this great dress on. I made a follow-up comment after the initial compliment, something along the lines of, you actually remind me of the girl in the Born Identity, where she's like waiting for the secret agent or something like that. I made some kind of comment like that, and we kind of had a bit of a laugh about that. I think she said, oh, I don't know the film, and I just explained it to her briefly, but I still made that transition. Oh, are you waiting for this person? Just to get her logistics. What are you doing? I think she was waiting for a friend and they were going for drinks. Okay, so I've got the girl's logistics and she's just here waiting basically. So from that, I transition into just a normal conversation. And so I would recommend that, well, first of all, you should have decent conversational skills if you're wanting to do cold approach. You should be decent at flirting. You should have something to say, basically. What I tend to find is with my rap, you call it a rap, just the stuff that you talk about. I tend to like to go between maybe 4 or 5 different topics. So I might have a topic of I'm just shaking a hand there, me just having arrived in the country. That's a really good topic. What my thoughts and experiences have been so far. She can share hers. There might be another topic of what my plans are this weekend. Ephraim's just being discreet here. I'll just pause the video again. So there might be other topics I would go to. What am I doing at the moment? I'm doing mostly being in Belgrade over the summer, how I was here in the winter, how much I enjoyed the city, my other travels in the Balkans, and then sometimes I'll mention other travels in the rest of the world as well. Those are just different topics, and I also get the girl to engage as well. I want to find out more about her. So on each of these things, or how you find in Belgrade, this girl actually was from St. Petersburg, I believe. I think she was definitely Russian. I think she was from St. Petersburg, and she'd moved here a couple of years ago. So in this case, that was another topic of interest for me. I like to travel. I'm very interested in the world, so this was a great opportunity to find out more about her. So she was telling me different things, and we can kind of go into these different topics, right? What you don't want to do is say you look incredible, and then you can pause by all means, and then just stand there um, indefinitely. You will need to say something else, right? So with a conversation, you generally you want to have a few different areas you can go into. If you're just like going down one topic and then that ends, then you don't really have anywhere else to go. So I like to have a few different topics. For me, it's quite easy. But if you don't find it that easy, maybe just think about three or four things you like to talk about, and you can bring those into your conversations. So we'll continue on. So yeah, you can see this girl's tall, by the way. She's got heels on. She's probably around my height, maybe a little bit taller than me without the heels, but she's got heels on and she looks tall. I'd say there she's is that about 5'10"? I don't know. She's rangy, she's elegant. Yeah. I am 5'7", my brothers, yeah. I'm a well-built athletic 5'7" guy who is bald, right? So, and I'm going over and I'm doing this routinely every single day. And, this conversation is going super well. So please, could we just grow up a little bit and just have a little bit less of this, almost childlike Pokemon card thing? You need to be 7 foot tall and a billionaire, in order to talk to girls like this. Do I look 7 foot? Oh, I've got the alpha pose going on here. Do I look like a billionaire? No. Okay, it's ridiculous. What you need is good social skills, and you need to be attracted to the woman and to engage with her, right? That is what fundamentally is gonna hit the spot. I mentioned body language here. See, she's enjoying the conversation. She's getting more and more involved, bringing her into it more. Actually, listening to what she's got to say as well. I'm interested in this girl. So just pause the video. I just mentioned body language here. Here I'm doing a little bit of a pose. It's not really intentional to be honest. You'll see in my sets I do move around a little bit. I am often I'm excited to be out in the streets. So my style is quite dynamic. I might move my hands a little bit. I might change positions a little bit. But that's just because I feel when I'm out in the streets, I've got a lot of energy. It's a place for me to release some energy. So I enjoy that. On the dates, I'm actually way more relaxed. But when I'm actually out doing the approach, I feel that sense of energy. And if the girl's hot enough for me to go over to her, that's one of the things I noticed watching about my footage. I do move around a little bit. But let me just clear something up. You do not need to have some crazy alpha pose going on. You don't need to be having some kind of quote unquote dominant body language. It's just not necessary. What you want to be is relaxed, okay? And actually, that can backfire because that can actually be intimidating for the girl as well. So you definitely don't want to be intimidating her, right? Um, the other thing I'll say as well, there's a little bit of a strange thing going around amongst people talking about girls crossing their legs and how that means they're really horny and things like that. That is absolute nonsense. It's not true at all. Girls will cross their legs when they're waiting for the train. Okay, it does not mean they're getting wet at this point in time. She was stood like that pretty much when I went over to her. So it's a bit of a strange thing that's going on with this. People shift positions. It might mean on some occasions that might actually be the case. She might be getting horny in your approach. It definitely can happen. But let's not be weird about this, right? People move around. It's just, I don't know. I just wanted to address that because I think it's a very weird thing some guys are saying. The guys I roll with, who are guys who are like got enormous leg counts, not that that's a metric of you as a human being, but I'm talking monumental four-figure leg counts, right? It's not me. This is like good friends of mine. I've never ever heard them talk about things like this. Okay, so please let's just be mature about things. So what I did here, though, getting back to reality, what I did here is I got her just to pull up her glasses because I couldn't make eye contact with her. She had the glasses on. I wanted to see what color her eyes were. She had these kind of grey Russian eyes. So yeah, she was actually very beautiful. I really enjoyed just looking at her and talking with her. So that's what I was doing here. And I would actually say one of the biggest metrics for an approach, if I could pin down one thing, it's the intensity and engagement and connection on the eye contact. If you have that connection on eye contact, you usually that set is gonna stick. Normally, you'll stay in for a while, and you'll hear back from the girl as well. So yeah, so I got her to lift up her glasses here. So boys, I'm just relaxing. Do you think you could do this? Do you think you could stand in front of a beautiful woman and just relax and chill and just have a nice conversation? Is this possible? Am I doing anything crazy here? Hmm? It's all possible, guys. But what holds guys back is obviously fear, that paralyzing fear. And there's only one way through it. But often you need help to get through it. So, yeah, so here we're just closing here, just getting her details. Yeah, so when it's a good conversation, obviously you want to get details, get the number. Plan a date. I can't remember if I did plan something with her. That as a rule, you should always plan a date. Um, yeah, so that's what you want to do in the set itself. Plan a date, if possible, or at least float the idea. Try and get her logistics. Which part of the city do you live in? Oh, do you come to the centre much? Oh, I'll be back down here on Friday. We should get a drink. Something very simple like that. Yeah. So here you go, boys. Here you go. I'm 39 years old. I'm out in the streets. I'm doing this. My friends are in their 20s and 30s. We're doing it as well. It does take a lot of practice. In a sense, it's a bit like watching. It's a bit like watching football. You watch a football match and you think, "Oh, I can do that. It's easy." And then you actually go and do it, and you realize there is a lot to it. There is a lot to it. It does take practice to do it at the level we're doing it at. You can see, yeah, we're not exactly short on attractive women here in Belgrade. There's many beauties walking around the streets. I really like them. I find them very interesting and just very cool guys as well. Like very cool guys, very cool girls. The guys are cool, to be fair, but the girls obviously is what I'm interested in. So yeah, I found girls here very good personalities, often interested to be approached. They don't get approached that much. All women all over the world like being told they're beautiful. They literally need it. So they don't get approached too much, which makes it's often a bit of a surprise. You kind of have to with some girls they get it straight away. Other girls you have to almost walk them through the approach. Some girls you go quite highly flirty with straight away. Other girls I can just see in their initial reaction. I've got enough experience to know, okay, we just have a normal conversation here. That girl there, that Russian girl, she was a really nice balance of the two. She was a nice balance of the two. I really enjoyed talking to her. And so this is what cold approach is, guys, ladies and gentlemen. This is what cold approach is. It is going up to a random stranger that you find interesting and it's striking up a conversation. And if you feel that there's more, you want to see this person more and she feels the same way, then you basically exchange details and you arrange to meet up. So that's what it is, boys. If you are struggling with this, if you can't do this, and let's face it, most guys can't. Okay, I had to invest in training and put a lot of time into actually getting getting to a point where I can do this in a very relaxed and calm way. But if you're struggling with this, all I will say is once you get to the other side, you get to this side that I'm on now, your life it's just never going to be the same. It's never going to be the same. I never really have to worry too much now that I'm not never going to meet attractive women. I'm never going to get another number. I'm never going to get another opportunity. I'm good. I've got opportunities. Basically, I go out and make my opportunities. I don't wait for opportunities. I go and make them. Yeah, so that's a nice little demo for you guys. Thank you to my friend Ephraim for capturing the footage there. Really appreciate that. And there'll be more footage coming through in the coming days. I'm here at the moment in Belgrade running immersion programs for guys who want to take the step to actually take control over their dating lives, get out of this purgatory of waiting and wanting and wishing and having your dating life dictated essentially by, an algorithm. and by, norms of society that you don't necessarily agree with and that don't serve you. This is what I'm doing, changing guys' lives with this. I'm out here with two of my wings, Balthus and Ephraim, who are two of the best guys in the world at doing this. So we're having some fun out here, but we also have a much bigger mission, and the mission is to help guys in this area, and even the mission even goes beyond that. But the first mission is to help guys in this area and to actually get guys, up and running so they get control over their dating lives. They can actually be the ones selecting the future mother of their children, selecting that beautiful gorgeous woman that they're going to have in their bed, they're going to have in their life, and they're going to be investing their time with. That is what we are doing here. Okay, so I think it's an important mission. The girls are not going to take the lead, guys. The algorithms are not going to help you. It's on you, my brother. It's on you. So hopefully this video helped. And if you do want to take a step of booking a call and finding out about my own immersion program, it's calendly.com/wingbro. I'll put the link in the description. I'll leave things there for this afternoon. I hope you enjoyed that. And do apply this as well. Go out and apply it and see how you do with it.